Well, good evening and welcome to the SHAC. My name's Barbara Gray from Clarity here in the UK, and we're here to finish doodling that Japanese teapot of ours. So I'm hoping that we've got some company. Come on in. Lovely Jane Grace is with us this evening. So if you have any questions, she's your gal. And other than that, I just want to check the volume before people rock up, because sometimes I get excited and then it's just too loud. So I'm just going to bring that sound down a little bit. That's better. And then if I'm too loud, you can turn me down. And if I'm not loud enough, then you can turn me up. Right. Watching Barb on YouTube, the geisha with the eyebrows. Hey, good job, Jill. Right, come on in. Good evening, Carol. Nice to have your company. And it's 7 o'clock, and I think that we will have a small group this evening because the sun is shining in the south of England. What's it like where you are? Is it warm? Is it summer? Well, enjoy it because it won't last long. Hi, Ken. Good to have your company. Nice to hang out with our fellow shackers. And then the rest can catch up when the sun goes down. So I brought the sunflower in. We spent the day with Mum, and she bought me a sunflower. So there we are, a beautiful, they're called Sonnenblumen in German. Sonne, sun, Blume, bloom, flower, Sonnenblumen. That's not too hard, is it? Say after me. Sonnenblume. Sonnenblume. See, you didn't know you could speak German. Sonnenblume. There you go, makes you smile. What a beautiful yellow colour, eh? Right, come on in. Yeah, I knew there wouldn't be many people today, but I tell you what, we're going to get our teapot done, aren't we? Right. Sip of tea and then we'll get going. Gracie, are you in the building with me or am I on my own? I think she's there. Hope so. Okay, so let's have a look where we're going and what we're going to do. So if you remember, we're working our way through the alphabet and we're on J for Japan. Couldn't help myself. J for Japan, but we're doing a teapot. So where's yeah, here we go. Let me just I'm a bit disoriented. Let's have a look. There we go. So this was the teapot that inspired me. This is an original piece of artwork by our friend Mel Turner. And I thought, right, okay. So we got as far, I've got ahead of you on the bus, and I just did a little bit of today. I tell you where we got this far, and I thought it would be nice to do the lid, the spout, the handle, and infill the background. So you can see if I fast forward, I've also included a, there we go, the land of the rising sun. Yeah. So I thought I would put that rising sun in the background. Now, I don't know if you can imagine what I imagine, but when this is turned into line art, inked up and colored, we're going to have a fantastic background. So you can see here, I took some, I did some little Japanese designs down here, and I've incorporated them into the lid. Then I thought we could get some really great shading opportunity here. And then here, I just did a little pattern, which I thought was quite nice. And I repeated it in the handle, not too busy, little bit of white space. Nice, doesn't all have to be chock full. And then I put some steps up behind the houses. And then we wrapped a couple of trees around here. So it gives it that sense of roundness. I like it a lot. So there we go. Bit loud or much better now? Is it much better now, Grace? Good. So that's what we're going to do this evening. Is just tie up that teapot, finish it tonight on tracing paper. And then I was thinking on Monday, I will have time over the weekend to reverse it and transfer it and then ink it up. So come Monday morning, 10 o'clock, when we get together, we'll be able to do some really nice colouring. I just have it in my mind's eye that beautiful orange orb in the background and not much else. So we'll see where we go, but there we are. It's a teapot and it's magical. So where do we start? Let's have a look. Well, if we go to where we were, I'll just go through the process of what I did a couple of hours ago when I got back from hanging out with Mum. We went to McNade's. I don't know if you know McNade's. It's in Faversham. It's a really lovely organic. It's a huge business now, but it's like a big greengrocers, but it's got, it's like a proper deli, nice big farm shop, and it's got a nice restaurant attached to it. So it's a nice run out. McNade's is a very popular place. So that's what we did. And then I got back here and I spent an hour or so getting ahead of you on the SHAC bus. So let's have a look. And I would say the best thing to do, if we have a look first, I say that we go to the trees up the side. Let's do the trees up the side here. Okay, so you can see how we wrap them round and behind the houses here. So let's do that. And then we'll go from there. So I need a pencil and then we'll get started. Okay, so which pencil am I going to use? Let's have a look. I've got my rubber, so I can do something about it if I don't like it. And I'm going to go with, I did have an HB pencil, but I don't know where I've put it. So I'm just going to go with an H pencil for now. That's good. Right. So if we're going to go with the trees around the outside, okay, so you can see here, I'm just going to wrap a tree around here. So I've left a bit of a gap here, that will do. And we'll start the tree. Let me just have a look at what I've actually done. Oh yeah, okay. So we've got this, I've got a plan for this as well, this gap here. In fact, I might make that a little bit more, a little wider, so that we get a gap, let's call it a gap, between this area and this area. So I'm just going to make that gap that big there, like so. So that's where the water stops, and this is a gap. In fact, I made it into a kind of a bridge. Do you see? It looks like a huge viaduct or aqueduct all the way across here. See, and I just thought that would be really nice as a divider. So for example, you could go all the way along here, and you could just, there you go. Look, we might as well do it while we're here. See, and then when you get to the stop there, go like that. And you can make this into a kind of a viaduct, if you like, see? So you've got the legs. There you go. That'll do. And that'll be great. When we go to colour that in, you'll really be able to get some interesting detail there. So let's go in a bit tighter. There you go. Now you could probably see it better, eh? So there's our viaduct or aqueduct. No, I think it's a viaduct. I think there are cars going along here, or not water. Okay, so that's good. And then we're going to go with so we haven't put any leaves on this yet. So we'll come up here and let's just for the sake of argument, let's just put the great big trunk in like that. And let's put another branch in like so. So we're going to come up like so, and then we're going to come up to the top. So we've got two branches like that hanging over. Got another one coming in over here. I reckon we'll put a little one down there, maybe put a little one there as well. And then we can bring a branch in like so, and another branch like that. That'll do. That one looks a bit weird. That one does look a bit weird, Barbara. So we can change that. We'll bring that round like there. That's better. And then we can always bring a couple of, so we can do our leaf thing. Yeah, once you put a couple of leaves on, it doesn't look half as weird, does it? That's it. So that one's coming in to meet this one. You see, that's the idea. Is it's almost like a tree tunnel. Grace and I today, when we were driving back from Gillingham, and we the road at Wateringbury was closed. Oh, they're lovely names, Wateringbury. Anyway, the road was shut, so we had to take a detour through Yalding. And the tree tunnels around here are really, really, really beautiful. And yeah, so we went through the back street, Laddingford, and all that, and the tree tunnels really are quite spectacular. Then you got Boxley, which is another beautiful tree tunnel. I remember when we moved to Kent, and I was about 11, I suppose, when we moved to Kent. And I remember going down Boxley Hill. It was the first time I'd ever seen a tree tunnel. And I remember thinking it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. They're all over the place around here. But I remember thinking, it stayed with me all my life, you know. What a spectacular thing a tree tunnel is, to go along a road and have that kind of that natural tunnel, you know, with the light flickering through. Beautiful, really. Very lucky. Yeah, so today we spent a good portion of time going through tree tunnels. It's lovely. Right, so we've got a tree coming around there. We've got a tree coming around that side. And if we wanted to make that a little bit narrower, so you can come in like that, see? So there you go. So that's what this is all about. If you want a bit more scenery and a little less tree trunk, then just make the tree trunk a bit thinner. That'll do. So this is all about composition. This whole tracing exercise here is all about composition. We really don't have to worry. See, this one, we could make that a bit thinner as well. So keep it away from the houses a bit. Nothing worse than trees near the houses. That will sort your foundations out. Those roots, eh? There you go. Let's come up like that. And we'll put one through there like that. That's better. Okay, so we've done our trees. And then I'm not going to worry too much about the leaves at the moment, because we'll pop them in afterwards. Okay. Although, having said that, we probably want to, once we put that beautiful rising sun in, right, we probably want to make sure that if we've got any leaves or flowers, is this a blossom tree, do you think? Could be whatever you want it to be, love. It's your tree. You do you, boo, eh? It's your artwork. I think it would make a nice blossom tree. Let's have a look. So we go, just make little flowers. Just a couple of little blossoms. Doesn't have to be anything too. That'll do. There you go. And lo, it was a blossom tree. A blossom tunnel. Nice. Ah, right. So Paul was on telly this afternoon, and this evening, yesterday evening, he was showcasing Josie's grids, and didn't he do well? He really does. Work so hard, that fella. So so I don't even know. I don't imagine he's even home yet. He might be. Hope he is. Yeah. And I'm on telly. When am I on? I'm not on till next week. I'm on. Right. So we've done that. Got some leaves. Got some blossoms. I think we're getting there now. Right. So what we want to do before we get carried away. So if you think about it now, we've got the tree here, like that. Okay, that's one tree. Then we've got the tree here. Just get that area there like that. Okay. Now here, if you imagine, this is remember this is a bridge or a viaduct, right? With the openings like that. Okay, this is starting to look good, great. Okay, so then here we need to put the sun. We're going to put the sun in. So if you take something round like this, okay, and you decide where you want to put it, that's great, except you can't really see what it's going to look like. So my suggestion is this. If you take take a piece of paper. Look, I've already done it. And then you draw around it. So now I've got my rising sun. Now I put my tracing paper in place, and now I can see, I could put it high, I could put it low. See, if this is the horizon, the quasi horizon, I could put it down. Look, it's peeping. It's a bit later in the day. It's coming up. How high do you want to go? So if that's the rising sun to there, that's quite nice. And you've got the balance, you can see exactly where you put it. If I were doing that, I couldn't see really what it's going to look like until I've done it. And then I've committed, and then I think, I don't like. And then it's a little bit of a monkey trying to rub it out without erasing all the tree work. So I reckon that is a nice spot. Now I can see, now I can take my circular, whatever it is I'm drawing around, okay, and then I can pop it into place. Excuse my head, but I'm just going to pop this in without going around the tree or the leaves or the roofs. I don't want to go in the roof. Right, that's a roof, that's a bridge. I might see it there. There you go, see? So when I take that away, you can see I've got my sun now in the right place, and I haven't gone through and it's the right shape. There you go, and it stops there. So when I turn that over, there's my orb. So now I know exactly where the orb is, and I can put my steps in. I've got less room on this side for steps than I had on my other one. See, that's all right though. It's not, it doesn't signify, it's not important. There you go. You just want to make a couple of steps up there like so. That'll do. Don't have to be too busy. What's that there? Is that a branch? I don't know if I like it. I'm going to put some leaves at the end of it, so then it doesn't look like it's a part of the house. I don't know if you've noticed the artwork that I've been doing this week. I've been, there you go. That's a good start. This week I've been getting ready for the retreats in August. Okay, so every year I'm just having a break, stretch my neck, have a cup of tea, have a chat. So every August we have our summer retreats, which I run, and we used to do it for all week, 6 days, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, and then we reduced it to 4 days, just because 6 days is just too long, because you've got the day before, you've got the day after to break down. It's extreme. So we just broke it down to 4 days, and it's really popular. And there's a lot of stuff that is new and haven't seen it before, etc., things like that, or where we launch new designs, stuff like that. Anyway, it's really lovely to do. And this year, normally though, because we're always so busy, I don't actually usually get to prepare until about the week before, and then it's a mad scramble trying to get ready. So I said to Paul, do you know what, this year I'm going to get well ahead of myself. So I've done it. I've done everything. I've prepared it. I've done the samples. I've done the projects. I know what we're doing. Tomorrow's my day for writing it all up. It was going to be yesterday. That didn't happen, but it will be tomorrow. And then it's all done. And I love that. I love that I'm ready. And what's really cool is I've come up with this new idea, right, which I think people are going to enjoy. Oh, Barbara, what a lovely blouse. Thank you. There we are. And the sun does shine, Nahid. Yeah, so I wanted to show you, I've been saying for ages, the collage papers, the collage papers. I'm going to show you now. So I've been going on about these collage papers, and we brought them out a while ago, actually, but I've just not had the time to do what I had in my mind's eye. So we got peppermint, which and these are. Do you remember? Well, last year in the SHAC and actually in the retreats, we did these tea bag art, didn't we? And so I brought out these tea bag. This was all done with tea bags, right? So we've got the peppermint, and then we've got the Darjeeling, which is all different collage papers. Thing about the papers is it's really, really thin. There's a reason why I wanted it this thin, because for cutting, collage, to cut and glue. That's what collage means. There's no rocket science in collage. Collage, coller, to glue. Okay. So all we're doing is gluing. And then, but the thing is, you know, I've been doing these courses down in Brighton, and I've been learning about chine collé and different ways of using collage. So I've been teaching myself. Anyway, in my head, I've had this idea for months and months. And you lie in, you know what it's like. You lie in bed and you think, I wonder if, what if this, what if that, what if I did that, what if I did that? Anyway, this week, because I wanted to introduce this idea into the retreats, I had to roll my sleeves up and apply what I had in my head. I just had to do it. So I just JFDI'd it, right? And so these papers are the key. So we've got Darjeeling, we've got peppermint, we've got chamomile, lovely chamomile, which is all the yellows. This is an important one. And so I was using these two a lot. And then we've got hibiscus, which is the really lovely, the yellows, yellow, the pinks, the reds, the lilacs. Nice. Okay, so what I came up with, right, little break here, is that. So this is all done. There is nothing on here apart from paper. There's no stamping, no pencil work, nothing. It's all just cut and glued into place to create a piece of artwork. And I thought, right, we're going to do that. We're going to do this. I'm taking out, right, and I know some people are going to start tutting. Don't tut. I hate tutters. I don't like tutting. Some people are going to complain because I'm pulling out the groovy. I'm not doing groovy at the retreats. There are so many groovy opportunities. We've got the retreats in October with Linda, okay, at the spa. There's still places available there if you want to get your groovy fix and your parchment fix. That's going to be purely parchment. And then we've got the open days in November, and there's a groovy workshop after on the Sunday as well. There's another opportunity to get a parchment and groovy fix. And then I thought, do you know what? I want to do this at the retreats, and it will take an afternoon. And the only place I could get that afternoon to show this new technique was to take out the groovy and inject the mixed media. And that, my friends, is final, because we're doing it. Okay. And I only could tell you that it's so addictive, right? It's so addictive. I was up until 11 o'clock last night doing the next one. Looky. There you go. So nice. So this is, for example, I did a lighthouse, and then I figured out how to do water, and I've got the steps going, but it's all pure experimentation. And you can see, I can tell you that you've got chamomile, you've got peppermint, you've got definitely peppermint. This one is Darjeeling. That's Darjeeling. And the white houses are just the back of the paper because it's white. But the thing is, because it's so thin, and you use like the flat of it, like a barren, a piece of copy paper and a barren, and it just compresses it to, it's just amazing, right? I love doing this. And I've worked out a way to help how to do it, you know, because the thing is, it looks easy, but it's not that easy. And unless you work out a process, it's all about the process. And the funniest thing is, right, not funny, it's quite, you've got to keep your nerve. It looks like absolute rubbish until the very end. And you just got to keep your nerve 2 of them went in the bin because I thought I wasn't listening to my own advice, you know, and I thought this isn't going anywhere, this isn't working. And then I thought, no, this would be perfect for the retreat because it will be one of those ones where you just got to just trust the process, friends, you know. So if you want to know how to do this kind of artwork, and I think this has got phenomenal mileage, all right, I'm already teeing up the third one. We'll only do one because it does take a couple of hours, right? But if you want to know, we've still got some seats available. So we've still got some places available, but it's going to be super mixed media. The second day is all about backgrounds, different tricks and tips, bow papers, application. I mean, it is one after another. Texture paste we've got going on, acrylic paint, how to use acrylic paint to do, yeah, some really nice stuff. Jelly plate, gel press. It's all there. It's all there. So yeah, if you fancy that, but it is definitely, it's official. There's no groovy at the summer retreats. It's going to be inky, painty, arty, mixed media Barbie. Okay. I just thought, I said to Grace, what do you think? And she said, do what you want to do, Mum. It's your workshop. You do what you want to do. You do you, boo. And I said, I want to do that. She said, will you do that then? And straight away I was like, yay! And it's like, why am I not doing that? Why do I feel funny about it? It's weird, isn't it? Because I know that some people are going to be, but then there's always people at the retreat who flatly refuse to do groovy. So at least they'll be happy. And here's the rub, friends. You can please some of the people some of the time. And you can please all of the people some of the time. Something like that. But you can't please all of the people all of the time. And that, my friends, is the big fact. Ain't it? I do know that they'll enjoy it. So back to breaks over, back to the teapot. So let's have a look. Where are we now? So we've done the trees around the outside. We've done that. Next step is, I say, we do the lid. Lid's good. Lid's good. Let's do the lid. Okay, so lid. We need a pencil. Everybody happy? Told you it'd be a small crowd today. Well, I don't blame you. I'd be out in the garden too if I weren't in here. But I will be out in the garden once we're done here with our teapot. Right. Okay, lid. So I'm going to, first of all, before we do anything, let's do this bit. This is quite nice. Come in a bit tighter, shall we? So we can see what we're doing. All right. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's quite easy. So what we want to do is let's just make a little border. Because my hand is so hot, the reason I'm looking for my groovy guard. Bear with me a minute. Just stop me, because I can feel my tracing paper starting to curl. It's so hot. Il fait très chaud. Right, let's have a look. So we'll make a little border along here. See, it's all about, I don't know, I'm no expert, but I do know that if you want to build different patterns next to each other, it's often a good idea to make a little break, a cut, if you like, right? So, for example, between this water and the sky, I've put in a block, haven't I? And I've called it a viaduct, or yeah. So I've made a little, but it's a different pattern. And here we're putting a little tiny border in. And then what we'll do is we'll start in the center. Let's start there like that. And then we'll just make lines. So we don't want to make them too far apart. Let's just start making lines like that, down straight, Okay. And then as it gets a bit closer to the outside, start bringing them in a bit tighter. So you get that optical illusion that it's going around the corner. Okay. And the same on this side. There we go. Quite enough clammy up here. Right. And then we're going to get a bit tighter as we come around the corner. All right. Fabulous. Easy. Now, the next thing we want to do is we'll start, you can pick a square, any square. And what we'll do is we'll highlight that square. So what we're doing now is I'm trying to drop that one back, if you like. So we're dropping back. If you wanted, right, there you go. That one's, so every other one is kind of being like that, highlighted. Yeah, like so. See, so if you were going to shade that in now, then if you like, if I put a little shadow on that bit there, then you could see that that's sort of dropped back, it's recessed. See? So this one here is the same, except that it was taller. See, so it looks taller. But all I've done is taken it's the same thing. I've just taken every other one like that. Yeah. So it's the same thing, just a little bit shorter and squatter like that. That'll do. Okay. So once I've done that, then I want to look at the top. So I looked at a pattern, right? I looked at a pattern. See this pattern here? This is quite nice. And I thought, oh, I like that. That could go right in there. See, I did it on here, look. See? So what we're going to do is take that idea. It looks almost Indian, doesn't it? But we'll take that idea. It's like kind of a take the center and just come like that. Yeah, do that. And then do the same on the side. Hang on, what have I done here? Hang on a minute. That's it. So you're going to go like that, like so, to the center. And then again, you're going to bring out that. See? So now we've got 3 easy like that. And that's that for a start. Okay, so we've done that. And then I like this as well. So let's have a look at my pattern again that I did. So this one here. So you can see you've got a curl there. So let's just do that, like a mustache, right? And then we'll come round like so. Okay. And we'll come round here like so. I mean, I'm freehanding here. That'll do. Right. So we come round like so. And then we're going to make all right, the easiest thing to do at this point is make a little smiley face. So it looks like a goat. Look, there's his horns, or a ram, Aries. Right, and then this is going to come round like that, and then back like that. And then that will come like that, and then back like that. Nice. Okay, sorted. And then here is going to be the same thing. It's going around the back of the It's going around the back of the teapot, round the other side. See, there are 3 of these on here. So there you go. That's that done. Piece of cake. And then I would say don't do any more. I mean, if you wanted to, you could. If you wanted to, you could make this a bit taller. See, but I'm not going to sweat the small stuff. I've got 2 options. So next we go to the handle and to the spout, the spout. Right, this is very 2-dimensional, which jars because everything else has got a bit of a curve on it. So really, we need to kind of get a little bit of an angle. That's all you need to do, really. Just lose that there. Like, hang on a minute, what is that? Rubber. Just make it a little bit more 3D. Okay. So we'll just bring that in like so. Bring that in like so. Right, so we've got that. That's it. That'll do. Okay, so we've done that and that. And now we're going to put this pattern around here. So the first thing to do, I think, is to put a divider in. Again, you know, like I said up there, let's make little lines like that, just to split up the design. There's one line, then we'll bring this one down to here, bring another one in like that. Just gives it a bit more perspective. That will do. Yeah, that's good enough. See? One here and one here. And then we'll turn this around, and across the top, let's just do this. So we're going to make, I don't know, I'm winging it a bit here. Let's make a pattern. Just do this. That'll do. Yeah. And then when we've done that, we'll come to there, to there, to there. Let's just check I've got the right angle. Yeah, I think so. That'll do. Like so. Now you've got choices. If you wanted, you could bring in another line and then make a dot there like so. So that's a nice, it's a really good colouring opportunity, all right? So down the road, we'll be able to do some really nice stuff with this one. Right, it's just different patterns, isn't it? And don't worry about leaving a little bit of whiteness. Don't have to fill every gap, do you? That'll do. Right, that's that done. Oh, don't need to be too busy. Right, same on this side. Here we go. So here, we're going to make a line about there. Let's go for it. Right, so I've got my eye on this line here, and then I'm just going to come round so I'm staying the same distance, you see. That's it. There we go. Just keep that line at the same distance. Yeah, so at the weekend, Dave and Grace and I were going to the Japan house. Did I mention that? We've decided to go up to London for the day and take advantage of the beautiful Japan house. I think Dave said it's in West Kent. I've never been to Japan house, but we thought it'd be a nice thing to do. So we're going to go up to London on the train and then go and get a bit of culture before it gets too hot. We're definitely going to Japan next year. That is all things being equal. And if we can and if we can afford it, we're definitely going to go to Japan. Before we can't, you know? I think you've got to do everything. You've got to do it. Right. So now we've done that. What we're going to do now is the same again, all the way around. All these little, they look like little men. Look. Look, like little fellas. You see them all? All their little heads, little bodies, and then their little bandy legs. Look. Hang on. I'll come in close so you can see what I see. Look. It looks like they're all on the chain gang. Look. You could put a little China, hang on, little hat on. Yeah. Born to be different. Okay, right. So we'll do the little bandy legs first. Round we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Don't worry. So it's like a scallop, hey? See if this works first before I do them all and then regret it. There you go. Look. All I can see is little men with bandy legs now. They've got footballers' legs. Hey. There you go. Right. We know it works, so we'll carry on undeterred. And then, let's see. So Saturday we're going up to London. Yeah. Monday, we're going to get together, you and I, if you fancy it, and we'll link this up. Or I will have done it before I come and see you. I'll do it on Sunday. I'll just have a happy hour doing this job. getting ready for Monday morning. And then I'm already planning my next collage landscape. I'm going down the landscape route, friends. In fact, the workshops, the retreats, it's pretty much, it hinges on landscapes. You know, scene building. Most of the prep that I've done seems to be gravitating towards landscapes, which I know people like. So that's what we're going to do. And we had sold out of tickets, and then we opened up the doors and to add a few more people, because a lot of people wanted to join in and we didn't have the spaces. And then a couple of people cancelled. So then we got openings again. So it is a little bit of that, but that's okay. The genuinely, you know, ill people, and not just, you know, it goes without saying. So we've still got some spaces because we sold out, got some more tickets, got loads of people to join, then a couple of people cancelled. So now we've got some empty seats. So if you fancy coming for a couple of days to Ditton to hang out with me and Paul and like-minded people, then now's your chance to grab a ticket. And then if you need to know which hotel to stay in and what have you, because we'll all hang out together and what have you, you might really enjoy it. Okay, I do know that I've got some really nice stuff lined up, and not least the papers. So Monday I'll be rocking up here. We're going to finish early tonight because it is too hot up here. I've got to be honest, friends. I can't cope with the heat under the roof here. So if you don't mind, I might just call it a day a little bit early, because it is running down my back. So hope that's all right with you, friends. I've done as much as I wanted to do. We've got let's just recap here so that you can catch up. We've got the lid done. We've got the spout and the handle. We've done the base. We've done the midnight sun. There you go. And so I will see you on Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be all ready to start adding some colour to our beautiful Japanese teapot. In the meantime, thank you for joining me. Do forgive me for finishing early this evening, but I want to go and take advantage of that rare summer evening, because we don't get a lot of them anymore, do we, friends? Okay, lots of love. Now, where did I put that thing that I need? Here it is, to call it a day. Thanks, Grace, for your help. Have a lovely evening, and I shall see you on